Hi, possums. I'm back after a very, very long time. I think it's been almost a year since I last did this, and it was a number of months between that since I last did the last one. So I started this in January of 2018. I'm still working on it now, so it's a bit of a process, but we're gonna get there. So last time I left off was on day 22, take me time. And so I'm actually going to combine 3 days. I'm combining days 23, get help, day 24, you're not alone, and day 25, write it out. So let's get into it. Day 23, it's very self-explanatory. If you're in a very, very bad space, which people often are, and they're in their depressions, their funks, their downtimes, you have to talk to somebody. I don't care who it is. It could be your mom, your dad, your priest. If you believe in God or what, you're a Catholic or what have you, your priest. It could be a stranger on the street. Talk to somebody, because, like their song goes, and be grateful. You be grateful, 'cause there's someone else who's worse off than you. Something like that. There's always somebody that has the same, that may be worse off than you. There's also somebody out there who may have the same experiences as you do. And if you don't talk to people, if you don't reach out to people, you will never know that. And you're going to isolate yourself. You're going to feel very, very alone. Oftentimes, which is why this ties into 24, you're not alone. Oftentimes, we, as people, in the depressed community, if that's a community, that's what we want to call it, we have this feeling that we're just by ourselves. Nobody understands us. Nobody gives us what we need. But oftentimes what we're not doing is telling people what we need or how we need it. For me, I was very, I was very standoffish. I isolate a lot. And, I expect people to understand what I'm feeling without me actually telling them what I feel. And so when they do tell me what they think, I used to get defensive. I used to get mad. And I'm like, that's not how I feel. You choose not to understand me, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, well, but it's like, whoa, time out, pause. If you're not telling people how you feel or why you're feeling that way or what you need, then people are going to assume things. And you're going to isolate yourself because you're not giving people the benefit of the doubt to help you out. If that is what you need to be able to communicate effectively what you need. Like for me right now, I thought I needed, in life, whatever, I thought in order to feel better about things, I needed to get laid a lot. I need to be found attractive. I need to be found to be a nice guy, so on and so forth. I needed these things externally. What I come to find out is that internally, I need to validate myself. I can't have other people validate me. But if I'm not communicating that with other people, if I'm not saying, hey, you know what, I'm a little emotionally needy, I'm a little insecure about some things, whatever. If I'm not saying these things to people, whatever, then I'm isolating myself, I'm making myself alone. But I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet, as my grandmother would say, may she rest in peace, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts. There are at least 5 people within the 2-mile radius who has insecurities, who has fear, who has anger, who feels down, I'm sure. But you have to be able to feel open enough to ask somebody or talk to somebody. My sister, I've been so fortunate, depending on how you look at it, I've been fortunate to have a lot of siblings. And I've been fortunate to also have a lot of siblings who've gone through things emotionally that I've gone through. Now, I remember my brother would tell me, oh, well, just do this, works for me. And I used to get so angry. And I'm like, oh, Jeremy, all right. And I used to get so angry. And I'm like, well, that's you. That's not me. But in many respects, again, if I'm not telling you what me is, that's what's going to happen. They're going to just throw things at you that worked for them without understanding what you are, because you're not communicating. But understand that they may not people may not do or understand or go through exactly what you're going through, but they are able to empathize with you on some level. But you have to be willing and able to receive it. You have to be willing and able to receive help. You have to be willing and able to receive the fact that people out there have similar life experiences than you. May not be the same. There's 7 billion people in the world, and I guarantee the same tropes we all go through on a daily basis, at least some other person on this planet has the same problem. So just understand you're not alone. And just understand you're not weird. It's okay to not be okay. It's totally fine. I have a lot of my not okay days. It's totally fine. You're going to have a lot of your not okay days. That's totally fine. Okay? Also, what helps is writing things out and writing things down, getting journals. As we've talked about before in the past, I have my lovely handy dandy daily stoic notebook, which is a prompt every day of the year. Now, granted, I'll be the first to admit, I have not been keeping up with this as much as I should, but it still works. You get to read the prompts, you get to read the questions, you get to see where your mindset was, how it's changed, how it stayed the same. You notice patterns a lot easier because now there's something tangible in front of you. For instance, writing it out, doing these videos from the first day to where I am now, my ideas, my worldviews, a lot of things I've said, I've looked back and they have evolved or they have changed. You know what I mean? And that is such a good thing. That is such a cool thing to be able to look and be like, okay, well, I wrote this down and I'm maybe not feeling that. I'm going to stand by it because I said it, but I may go this a different way in the future. I may approach this a different way in the future. And that is amazing. A lot of people who get out of depression usually look at what they have said, what they have done, what they have written down, something that is tangible, and said, you know what, I've noticed a pattern here, and I'm not liking this pattern. I'm going to try to fix this. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like writing, you like drawing, draw it out. If you like singing, creating music and content, I have a guitar, I'm a songwriter. You have tools that you can use to express your emotions and to channel where you are at in that moment emotionally, which is why I love writing songs, because they capture how I feel or how I felt in that moment. My feelings may have changed, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's where I was. I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. Oh, I'm still there. What can I do to get out of that? So on and so forth. It totally, totally helps. Also, what has been helping me is I've been reading and listening to a lot of Iyanla in the time. Dominant negative thought patterns. There are 42 of them. I advocate you get the book by Iyanla called Get Over It and look at the 42 dominant negative thought patterns and figure out which it said four, but I found 6 really apply to you. And write them down, write down what they mean, circle them. That way you have an idea of what you want to work on and how you want to go about it. So, in conclusion, it's good to see you again. Welcome. I'm so glad to be here. So, yes, important things. If you're feeling not okay, it's okay not to be okay. But just know that you can always please go find somebody. There are hotlines. There are friends. There are family. There's social media for some people. There's always someone you can talk to. Please don't feel like your only way out is the permanent way out. So serious on that. Please, please, please. If you need to talk to somebody, if you're viewing this video, slide into my DMs on Instagram. My Instagram is Mike Tony Kenny. MikeTonyKennene. Please feel free to do so. Leave something in the comments with contact information. That's fine. Email me at Michael, MYKEL, Cesare, CESARE @gmail.com. I'm here for you. So, get that help. You're not alone. You're never, never alone. I promise you, you're never alone. And as you're going through your journey, document things. Take note of things. And see how far you come, or how far you may want to go or may need to go. That's all I have for you. But it's great seeing you again. We're going to get these 30 days done, so let's do it. Bye.